everybody. Hello. Happy Tuesday. It's like, I don't know, this week just feels good. It feels like full of love and full of warmth. And I don't know, it's just a good week. And I'm here with Lila. I've known Lila for a very long time,
Yes.
like ages, since I started streaming. So 2016. And I love Lila and I appreciate her story so
I love
much. And she's
you.
done, no, I love you. And you've done a ton of fundraising on Tiltify. And we appreciate it. We love that you're a part of our community. And that's why we're here to share your story today. So thank you for joining me. How are you, Lila?
I'm pretty good. Got my hot tea. It's a little cold outside, but we good.
Just a little, just a little bit, just a
A
little
little
bit.
bit. I'm not a
It's
fan.
it's it's gorgeous outside. We have a little sun, so I'm happy we have a little warmth because it's 62 right now. So
That's
that's
nice.
that's cold. That's cold for Cali, but it feels good with the
Yeah.
sun. But if y'all are new here to the stream, I am Ashley, also known as Miss Ash Rocks. I am Tiltify's community manager. And, Leela just asked me before this stream, she's like, how is it being a community manager? And like, I'm in a really good place and I don't have to deal with drama. So I get to work with people that are doing good with their communities and
Yeah.
there's like no issues. Like
Wholesome
if there's
stuff.
issues, yeah, it's wholesome. And if there's issues, it's like a platform issue or,
Technical
a
issue.
bug. It'll be
Yeah.
a bug. But that's even rare. But I love my job. I get to share your stories and I've been, you know, fundraising for a very long time myself, but
Mhm.
now I get to focus more on you and your stories and help you have fun with your fundraising and do go to your communities. So, yeah, being a community manager is fun. I love it. And that's enough about me because we're not here for me. Okay. We're here for Lila, y'all. We are here for Lila. LilaBoBina, you're looking
Alright.
good today,
Thank you.
girl. You're
Thank
looking
you.
good. It's so good to see you. Can you tell us about your content creation journey from the start to now? I want to
Okay.
hear your story.
So, I actually started my content creation journey while I was going through chemo. So the beginning was a little splotchy. We had to take long breaks, such and such. I mean, how the story goes. But I watched content creators that I like, that I saw myself in, other Black girls, and I was like, man, if I make it through this, I'm gonna do this. As we started getting to the end of treatment, I got a lot of people talking to me saying, "Why don't you just start?" It was like, if it's what you want to do, it will put some happiness in your life. Do it. So I did. Baby steps. Every once in a while, when I felt good, I streamed. I made a little community of people who liked me, and it really made me feel amazing. So we started off on YouTube. We moved to Twitch, and we focus on things that make us feel good. Mental health is like a really big thing in my community. Um, so yeah, YouTube, Twitch. I started growing bigger on YouTube, but I moved to Twitch because it was just easier back and forth at the time.
Yeah.
And I love my Twitch community. I love being connected to a whole lot of other people. Um, yeah, we like horror games. We like Bethesda. Bethesda's always been our thing. Sims, Sims, and more Sims. I started off playing Sims. That was my thing. Sims to the death of me.
I think a lot of us as Black women in a space started off playing Sims because we could create ourselves in a game
Yes,
where
yes.
games didn't have that option to
A
create
lot of them
ourselves.
didn't.
They're doing better, but
But
we
yeah,
still got work to do.
we do. We do.
We still have work to do. So thanks for supporting mental health, Lila Bobina. Be Ted. Thank you for coming to the stream. And
No
yes,
problem. Thank you.
mad love for Lila for supporting mental health. Especially during a panini. We're still in
Big
a
panini time.
panini. Absolutely.
That's wild.
And it's just I know, especially with the recession and it's just difficult to exist sometimes and get up in the morning and feel okay, and that's valid. And just know that all streamers struggle. We all
Yeah.
have something that we struggle with. We put on a face to entertain, and then we hit that stop streaming button, button, and
Hit the button.
bun, and you just never know. So check in on your streamers. There's boundaries, of course. Please
Hmm.
know that boundaries are a thing, but yes, mental health is so important, and just checking in on your friends and playing games with them in Discord or liking their tweets, responding to their tweets. It's just a
I think games are
huge
therapeutic.
yes, they are.
Yeah, a lot of
Game
people in my community,
community,
but on Twitch, period, it's just it
yeah,
helps you feel better, especially if you are somebody going through some type of illness and you're bedridden. You can watch somebody play the game that you're really interested in, and get get all the lore and all the funny jokes inside as
yeah,
you watch with a community who understands you. That's what I
yeah.
started doing, and then that's what I do for others. At least I think so. I try to.
And why is building community so important to you, Leela?
um I think especially in like the Black community, community is just our thing. We hold each other down. We lift each
Yeah,
other up when we need to. We hold us down, we lift us up. We're there for each other, and we understand each other's struggles. Um, Community isn't just them supporting me, it's me supporting them too. If somebody wants to get into streaming, if somebody
yeah,
wants something, and I have those resources, I have the ability, I reach out. um Once again, there are boundaries, but I like to form friendships with my regulars and friendships with my mods. I want us to feel like this little uh thing that we do on our little schedule, this little get together on the internet, is something that we're all interested in, and that we feel comfortable, we feel supported, we feel open to be ourselves. We have a place to belong. And especially during moments like COVID, it was really important because you couldn't go outside to the
yeah,
people that you usually got comfort from. So having somewhere on the
yeah.
internet to hang with your buddies is mad important. So that's why I like to do community, because I like to have people like disabled people, LGBTQ, people who are shunned in other places, or might not feel that they belong, can come here and just be. I think it's
Having
important.
that safe space. That safe
Safe
space
space.
is so important.
Mm.
And like Leela told me before the stream, she's like, I'm watching you play Valorant. And I haven't played FPS in such a long time because the community didn't want Black women involved at all. They
At all.
still don't, but I don't care because we're gonna be there, and
Period.
we're here to make you uncomfortable. Don't care what you have to say about it, because we deserve every space. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why I tell every single one of you and everybody in my community, I'm like, support Black creators, especially Black women. They don't want us they don't want us in their spaces. So every like that you do for our content, every retweet, every lurk you have on our streams, it's so impactful and really
Very.
important. Okay. All
Very.
right. You have to look at your circle and look at your space. Like, wow, I have no marginalized friends that I support and uplift. And like, yeah, I'm following them, but what am I doing to help them grow?
Yeah.
Make sure you reevaluate and take those steps to support us because we're pretty dope. The algorithm is against us, and we're here to stay, and we're here to have fun and talk about gaming, not talk about our trauma. We're here to talk about fundraising. We're
We're
here to
good
talk
parts of
about those
teams. We're
things.
good parts of just organizations,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm. Absolutely. So Leela is doing exactly that, building her community and killing it for all these years. And I'm so proud of her.
Thank you.
Vault Bina. I still call her
Yes.
Vault Bina. Okay. Cause like she says, she loves Bethesda. She
That's the
loves
Bethesda.
Fallout. Yep. 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 Vault Bina. But yes, thank you again, Leela, for taking the time to chat with me today. I'm excited to hear more of your story and why you fundraise. So, getting more into your story, um, everyone, I'm sorry, I'm having allergies. Leela is a breast cancer survivor. Um, and when she told me that, I wanted to cry. I'm like, wow, you are so strong and you're here. And I'm so grateful to have you in my life. So I want to cry right now. But I'm not gonna because I'm just grateful to have her here. If you can, however deep you want to go into the story, I just want to hear that journey.
Okay. All right, so everybody, bunker down. I'm gonna try to be as least emotional as I possibly can. So hold the tears back. But
I'm holding.
so I got diagnosed really young. All right, so I was somebody who really didn't have access to my full family tree to know like my genetic backgrounds, and I think that's mad important for a lot of people because there's things that are you're predisposed to that you don't know, and it could help a lot of things. It could help your whole life. So if you have the ability to talk to your elders, sit down and figure out what's common in the family and see what you can do to help
Yeah.
yourself. But back to the question at hand. So I was diagnosed really young. I had literally just met my father's side. Really funny timing, because my aunt sits me down and she's like, "Listen, every single woman on this side has had breast cancer," and I was like, and then 2 years later, boom. It's crazy how things work. So I got diagnosed, and as I said, I wasn't somebody who had a lot of support from people in my community because I was kind of like alone. Kind of sucks. But so when I got diagnosed, I was shocked. It was a whole bunch of sickness, and I couldn't figure out why. And I'm like, I'm young. I had 3 jobs
Yeah.
trying to stay alive in this economy. 3 jobs. I barely slept. I ate what I could. I just was hustling, hustling, and I wasn't taking care of myself in the sense of not stressing, not, I want to say I drank enough water, but not eating well because eating well costs monies. It's a lot easier now, but back in the day, all right, I lived in the hood, so fresh vegetables weren't always accessible. The term food desert is serious. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
But so I just was working, 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 trying to live, trying to survive, and I didn't pay attention to my health, but I kept getting sick and like a lot. And from somebody who's very healthy, I grew up vegetarian. I eat my vegetables when I could get them. So I didn't understand why my body was not working with me. um, I kept getting a really bad sinus infection. And then it got to the point where I was coughing up blood, and I had a friend who was like, "No, stop what you're doing. You're going to the hospital right now." I
Yeah.
kept trying to put it off and ignore it, but so she was like, "No, you're going." I didn't have insurance at the time, and it was before Obamacare got established. It was talked about, and they were going back and forth, but it wasn't like available yet. So she drives me to the hospital, and they push, they X-ray, they poke, they prod, and they're like, "That needs to be seen by a specialist." And I was like, "Do what?" Um, I go through all the hoops and the triangles. It took a while for me to get Obamacare settled, then go get somebody to see me, but I got it done. Um, I always find this really funny. I'm sorry, can I keep going? How long do I have? I don't want to talk your ear off. I always find it really funny because I did a whole paper in on a high school high school report on cancer, and like I got like really deep into it. So like 3 days before I got diagnosed, I just sat there and I thought, that's true to my friends, "I have cancer, y'all." And they're like, "No, don't say that." I was like, "No, no, 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 it's cancer. I don't understand how I just did not see this coming." I'm like, genetics.
Yeah.
I just talked to the genetics. The sinus infection that won't go away. I'm too young to not be able to beat an infection of that. Like it got really bad. Like I'm coughing up blood. What? I'm like, look at how my skin looks, look at how the breast looks, the changes. I was like, what was I not? Who am I kidding? Honestly, I was.
Yeah.
It's funny how subconsciously you will lie to yourself to make yourself feel better. And
Mhm.
like it was at that moment I kind of broke out of my bubble, and I was like, wow, I was really blocking that off. So I did not think about it, but I totally have it. So you know, they cried more than I cried because at that point I had kind of just accepted it. So
Yeah.
we got to the specialist. She tells me, she felt kind of bad because I was so young and she didn't want to have to tell me this. And she was fairly new in this term. Like when you go through medical, you have steps. She had worked in hospitals and
Yeah.
stuff, but she was new to the breast cancer field, which is what her specialty was. So I was the youngest person that she had to tell this to. And she felt so, she was like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It's life." What am I going to do? I think I took it like I was really numb at that point emotionally.
Yeah.
It's really jarring to hear that. I watched all types of TV as a child, and they would movies love to scare the heck out of you about cancer. We're much more well informed in the media now, but so I just was like,
Yeah.
well, she kept trying to tell me, and I accept that, and I understand now. But she kept trying to reiterate that this is not the end. This is not the sign of the end. So don't let it get to you as much as
Yeah.
as much as you would want it to. It's not the end goal. It's not the end. So I accepted that. I held on and I kept fighting for myself. I ate well. I went through chemo, surgery, chemo, radiation, and I'm still on hormone treatments. Sometimes cancer could be a lifelong battle. Sometimes it could, your treatment. Sorry, the treatment could be lifelong. The treatment could be short and strong. It depends on what type of cancer you are, your
Yeah.
genes, your all types of things. Your pathology is a big old wheel, and it's lots of little stops, and it all depends on you. So, but I think I'm going to be taking my hormone treatment for probably the rest of my life. But if it holds off, if it holds off cancer for as long as I possibly can, that is the goal.
Right.
Reoccurrence is mad scary. And I once I went through treatment, I had a fear of reoccurrence for about 2 years. Like ever, I kind of like mini hypochondriac. Like I was like, oh my god, what's this? Oh my god, what's that? Because I ignored myself for so long. Don't ignore yourself, people. Listen to you. It's hard though in this economy to listen
Yeah.
to yourself. You know? Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
thank
You
you for
were
listening to me rant.
diagnosed. No, that wasn't a rant. It's a story, and we're here to share your story. I just can't believe you were diagnosed in high school.
No, 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 sorry. I was diagnosed at,
Oh.
26. I just learned
Oh.
about
Oh.
cancer,
Oh.
like, in and out
Oh.
in high school.
I was like,
No, 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 no.
okay, I'm sorry. I heard that wrong. Please
No,
forgive
you're
me.
fine, you're fine.
But still, that's still a young age. That is still
Yeah.
so young.
In my circle,
And
though, I had a girl who was 15, and it was her second bout of cancer, breast cancer. So she first got it at 13. When I was in middle school, I knew a girl who actually had it. She kinda disappeared, and when she came back, she told us she had breast cancer. Yeah.
wow.
Breast cancer is coming
Wow.
earlier and earlier. As soon as you get them, they can be like, boom. And males, you get breast cancer too. If you have nipples, you have a chance of having breast cancer. So
Mhm.
definitely want to put that
Absolutely.
out there.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes, not just for the femmes and the ladies. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's way more common than a lot of people would know. It's kind of
Yeah.
wild. Yeah. But the earlier
I
you
just
detect it, the easier your treatment will be, and the better chances you have of keeping yourself together in the sense, because the treatment can like break you down a little bit. Me, for example, my teeth are gonna fall out soon. I could feel them, but eh,
really
yeah,
really
yeah. That's one things that attacked for me was my teeth. My dentist was like, "Your gums are so pink. I don't understand why you're having teeth decay." I was like, "Chemo." He's like, "Oh."
like, oh, never mind. What can I do about
Yeah.
that? You know? Like I have to go through this treatment to stay alive. So,
Hmm. I need it.
wow, Leela, now that I know the full story, I'm just like, you are a powerhouse and
Thank
you
you.
deal with a lot on a daily basis while still building a community and fundraising for others.
I think it's
Like
important. My circle
that's
was what kept me
beautiful.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
survivor circles are important. Other people who've gone through what you've gone through, um, are what help current patients get along. Survivors are super important, and I would say that's probably for any disease or illness. Yeah, if you can, definitely go back and help the others cross that line.
Absolutely. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing your story. Yeah, I'm just so grateful you're here. I love you. And that is such a powerful story. And if anything, it teaches our community to not ignore what's going on with your body. Get it
Listen to
checked out.
you.
Even if it's a small thing,
Get
get it
physical.
checked out.
Get your
Get physicals
physicals. Get
every year.
them. get done.
Every year, at least,
At
or no,
least.
at most every, or anyway, every year, okay? Every
Get
every
your best
year,
goals.
please. Please, please. Hey, sometimes I go every 6 months. I'm like, "Hey, am I good? Is this working?
I see
Is
them
this still
often too.
turning?"
It's like, "This is
Yeah,
kinda crinkety, what's this?"
yeah. So, I would assume you do lab work often,
Yes.
right? How often do you do your lab work?
So, I am, so my memory chemo brain is a real thing. I
Oh, yes.
believe I'm 7.5 years out, but don't quote me. It might be give or take a year. Okay. But so I'm at the closest, the tail end, because they monitor you for 10 years. Okay, it's
Yeah.
5 years. Once you make the 5 year mark, they're like, yay! Then it's 10 years, and they're like, yay! So
Hmm,
I'm almost to the end. So I'm not going as often as I used to.
okay.
Now I go 3 times a year, actually. Those are
That's
like the
good.
scheduled. I don't do my monitoring of my uterus anymore. Um, we had some bumps at a time. It was very scary. um, but we're all good on that front. I do go to my doctors often to get my high blood pressure, just to get the regulars. Because if everything was good
Yeah,
on the regular, I'll be fine with getting the lab work done at the scheduled time. But if I'm sick,
yeah,
really bad, or something like that, they'll run it then. But that's just based on my health. Everybody else will be different. Um,
right,
yeah.
right. Wow, Leela. And with your diagnosis and of course still managing it day to day, how does that impact your fundraising with your community?
Um, it makes me kind of go a little harder, to be honest. I know how, one, if I'm raising money for, say, like cancer, for St. Jude, or for BCRF, um, I know how expensive how expensive cancer is. And yes, there is the huge bill of the hospital stuff. Okay. But even
Yeah,
taking that out of it, there's things like getting back and forth to the hospital, you can't really drive. Ubers are expensive. If you can get somebody to help you in and out the car, not every Uber wants to be a good person. So like there's
yeah,
community services in each community sometimes that have people who drive people back and forth to their treatments. There's things like, okay, I need thicker, bigger clothing because I can't have stuff constricting me. There's things like I need the different food because what I've been eating does not agree with me anymore. I had to get like big bottles of electrolyte water, and expensive. So there's so
hmm,
many little things. I need more blankets. I'm getting sores on my skin. I need this cream. There's so many other things that get thrown in that cost. So I know that I need to raise as much money for that person or for these people or for these services because it's much more than what you think it is. There's
yes,
people who have to wait for me. I hated this. You have to wait to be on disability, so you're not working in that time till you get disability. So in that from that time to that time, you have no funds. If you're lucky, you can go back to work. A lot of people can't. Um, so helping somebody who is in a position I once was in is my driving force. And that goes for like mostly all the things I've raised money for. Either it's been me who's gone through that type of thing, or I know somebody close to me who's gone or going through. So I
yeah.
just go hard for others.
I love that. And you do. You do.
Those pickle
Even
shots.
me, just you fundraise with your community and you kill it, but just your support for other Black women in a space is
Mm,
incredible. You are
thank you.
always liking, lurking, doing
Always.
something to
I'm trying to help
support,
somehow.
okay?
Support. That's my role. Let's go.
And for something to almost take your life, and you're here today, you're putting all your 90% of your energy into others is something else.
I
Yeah.
want to be a part of the
I
force
don't
that
want to
was there for
cry.
me. Like I don't know. I didn't think I was going to be able to afford or do anything. Obamacare paid for a lot of my medical expenses. But as I said, there was a time from when I couldn't work to a time where I got disability. My friends and like my community literally came together and made it so that I could live. Like I cried so hard. I was like, you guys,
I
why are
want
you
to
loving
cry.
me so much? Like, no, it
I
was
want to
not.
cry. I want to cry. I
Oh
want to
man.
cry. I'm
So I
trying
want to
not
be that for
to.
people. That's all. I just want to be that for people if I can, in any way I can. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a millionaire. I'm not. Whatever I can do, I'm gonna do that. If it makes you laugh and smile while I'm just dying constantly on a video game, well then good. That's what I'll do. If it's just sitting and talking on the stream about mental health, or giving my knowledge on how to deal with chemo sickness and side effects from certain medications, or healthy eating habits on cheap, I will do those things. So yeah,
On cheap, is that what you said?
on cheap. Listen, I
Run
got
it.
I got some recipes. I got some recipes. We gonna make this healthy thing work. Do what it do, baby.
So I'm going to ask you in particular, when you fundraise for breast cancer research,
Hmm.
what is your process on that? Like, how do you basically, do you share your experience alongside like the facts of the cause as well? I just
Yes,
want to know like your experience fundraising for something that literally impacts you or
I
has impacted you.
definitely, I definitely want to give the facts, and I will share my experience. I always will, because I before I do any type of breast cancer stream, I always put a call out for in the certain groups. If anybody, the current patients want to come watch, ask questions about what they're going through, ask questions about medications, ask questions if you're a caregiver and you're helping somebody in this predicament. Ask questions. I'm going to give you all the details. I think sharing how close that might be to you, whatever you're fundraising for, sharing your feels on it will always make the community understand, okay, this person's really for this. Okay, this person wants, cares about this actual cause. Let me go out and donate for them, or let me go out because their touching story touches me.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know. I love raising money for something that I can get behind myself. That I know where
Yeah.
it's going to. I know how it can help people. I know the giant impact it will have. So yeah, but facts are mad important because I teach a lot of people stuff that they've never heard of. And in the first year I learned stuff that I didn't even know about. So
Yeah.
and it's always
And
changing. So
I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure you're still learning because technology and science is changing every single second that we
indeed,
exist, right? So that's awesome that you share that, you fundraise for causes that you resonate with or that you're passionate about. Because your community can gravitate towards that more and like, oh wow, Lila went through XYZ and she wants to support others that went through the same thing. I want to support that mission. And you do that with Tiltify. And we're so
yes.
grateful that you chose us and continue to fundraise with us. We love you and appreciate the hard work that you put into
Thank
your
you.
campaigns because every piece of awareness is important and just sharing that with your community, it could, ripple on to other people that are not your community. Random folks that don't know about
Yes.
breast cancer still, okay? People still don't know about it. So bringing awareness is so important. And fundraising is just even better,
Spreading the
And
knowledge always helps.
and I know you make it fun. I know you do.
Too.
I know you do. Do you have some fun incentives you have used for fundraising?
Yeah. So a favorite of my community and a not so favorite of mine is pickle juice shots. Now I'm a person who likes pickles, but I'm not really a fan of pickle juice. Um, it's too strong. It's too strong.
It
So
is. Woo!
it's one of the things that won't harm you, but also, you know, and my community loves that. They love it. I like to do incentives and I like to do milestones. The milestones are tend to be really fun. I do things like I have a don't laugh. I have a shark onesie, and so I'll dance around and jump around in my shark onesie, singing "Baby Shark." We'll play certain games that terrify me. We'll eat uh, really gross jelly beans. I think that's like a classic though in the fundraising circle now, which I think is cool. Um, but things like pie to the face, I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I shouldn't have. I don't know why, but it was mad fun. I'm definitely
Because
bringing that back.
you get to eat whipped cream. It's fun.
I had coconut whipped cream, and it was so delicious. Then I
So
just
good.
poured it in my mouth. It was horrible. I shouldn't
Yeah,
have done it.
exactly. Might as well finish it off.
Might as well. I got the cans here now. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Wow. I pickle juice shots. You're giving me some ideas for my next one. I haven't done that yet. I've done lemon juice,
just
hot
wait.
sauce.
Ooh, I did hot sauce before. Lemon juice.
Rather
That
do
sounds
lemon juice.
strong. That
It
sounds
hurts though.
strong.
It
Yeah,
hurts. It
that's why I like
hurts
pickle
after a
juice. It
few.
doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm like
It's just
lemon
gross.
juice shot, $50. I can't do that
Oh,
many, so you
pickle
better
juice
take
shots at
advantage.
75. Ooh, your stomach will start, all that vinegar, your stomach will start popping.
Sure, sure will, sure will.
Sorry.
No, seriously though. I love it. And how has your experience been using Tiltify for the last
Oh,
couple years?
so actually, Tiltify is my favorite. I remember when I first got introduced to it, I didn't know how I was going to fundraise. So it was St. Jude Live was the first thing I did fundraising for, and I did it by myself and with another gaming organization, and I had so much fun. We raised so much money; it was great. But I had no idea how I would do it because all I knew was like the classic way to fundraise, which was you give me the
Yeah.
money, I put in an envelope and I send it. That's all I knew. Or like you go to the website and donate. But so I found, I was introduced, I didn't find. I found Tiltify and I could put my milestones, and that's why I got the ideas for incentives. I was like, oh man, how they broke it down is so perfect, and they keep changing and getting better. Um,
We try.
how many? You know what? I don't even know how many organizations I've raised for. I that's not even on the top of my head. It
A
should be
few.
a few,
A
yeah,
few. For
a
sure.
few. But I love the like the variety on Tiltify and how it just makes it so easy. It integrates with Twitch perfectly, and it's something that my viewers trust. Something that they know that they can put their money to, and it's going to where it needs to go.
Yeah. Absolutely. You don't have to worry about that. You just do the hard part. The fundraising and going live.
We can
We
do
got the rest.
it.
We got the rest. And yeah, that's why, I've always used Tiltify, only used Tiltify. And I'm grateful that we are still here. I've been fundraising forever. Um, literally forever,
Trying to
actually,
get
since
on
I
your
started
level
streaming.
though.
Yeah, there's no levels. You on my level. We're
Oh,
killing it as Black women in the space.
period.
Ooh, we're on the
Yes.
same level, right?
Yes.
Exactly. But um, yeah, it makes it easy, and I'm so grateful that we don't have to worry about where the money's going to because it's literally going to the charity's bank account. Every single donation. So you
Period.
don't have to worry about that ever, ever, ever. You just make sure you have fun while you're fundraising. So try if you were wondering if you needed some incentive ideas, pickle juice shots, uh,
Stickers.
stickers, shark onesies, singing to Baby Shark.
Baby shark. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, I'm sorry.
Do-do-do-do-do, shark, do-do-do-do.
I had too much fun with Baby Shark.
Right, right. I love it. Yeah, those are really fun incentives. So thank you for giving some ideas to our
No problem.
community and myself. See, always learning, always something new that you can do with fundraising. So excuse me, for someone that wants to start their first charity stream, since you're a veteran at this point, Leela,
Okay.
let's say let's say a streamer came up to you like, "Hey, Leela, I've seen you fundraise on Tiltify before. Can you give me some tips and tricks for my first charity stream?" What would you tell
Okay.
them?
First, have a goal. All right. Two, learn about the charity that you're gonna fundraise for and what exact donations do what. So Most of them have something like that. Not all of them have it tied to an exact amount. So let me give you an
Yeah.
example. So say we raise $500, and this donation $500 is the amount that will get somebody their genetic testing to see, if
Yeah.
cancer will come back. What's the likelihood of cancer coming back? Their genetic disposition, or this amount gets somebody a blood transfusion, and no Red Cross, things like that.
Yeah.
Know what you can say to your community, so they know what the amount that they're donating is going for. Um,
Yes.
those type of things always help. If the organization does not have that, they'll usually have what they do. So hey, I'm organization XYZ. I'm raising money for this cause. Um, I do we provide education for these people. We do this for these people. We move this from here. That you can tell that, hey, this charity is doing these things. That's what your money is going to. Give your community some type of um, data that they can hold on to, so they know what exactly they're doing, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense. um, Sit down and make some fun incentives for yourself. If there's a Discord community for that charity, definitely get into it. You'll get advice from other people. You'll meet, maybe you could do a collab with somebody, which tends to be really fun also. um, get ideas of what types of games you can play to kind of integrate data, or just have your community work with, if that makes anything makes sense. Sorry. Things like Fall Guys. If you donate $5, you could play with me, stuff like that. um, but have fun. Do things that are going to make you have fun. Do things that are going to make you laugh. Be silly. um, Wear funny hats. Just make sure you're having fun, because that's what is going to bring more and more people in, and that's what's going to make them kind of just get more into the mood. Okay. um
Yeah.
but come from the heart, always.
Always. Just because fundraising is a trend right now, don't just hop on it just to join the trend. I want you to fundraise because you want to and you want to support that cause and you're passionate about it. Um, so just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
You can always do
Um,
a fundraising schedule too.
yeah.
Every
Mm-hmm.
blah month we raise money for this. That always works.
Yeah.
Consistency
And
is good.
yeah, even if you can't fundraise for St. Jude Play Live, you can fundraise for St. Jude at any time of the day. So, yes, the event is fun and you want to be involved with your peers, but if you're not feeling it, do it later on in a year. Okay? That's fine. That's okay. All right?
The
You
end
don't
goal is
have to.
that you're helping people.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's the
Thank you.
focus. That's the
That's
focus.
the focus.
That's the
That's the
tweet right
focus.
there.
Absolutely. Yes. Wow. Leila, you touched on everything that a new fundraiser could have. Like, and I think it's because you learned from your last fundraisers. Like, hey, I didn't have this when I first fundraised. So now I know. So I'm going to tell the next person, hey, this is what you need. You'll learn along the way, but this will really make your first one fun and
Pop.
successful.
Yes.
And pop.
Flyers.
Yes.
Flyers. Two flyers. I forgot that.
Spirit figures.
Figures. I'm having so
No,
much fun. My
yeah.
goodness.
Shot. That was, yeah, amazing advice, right? Now, pickle juice. I want to talk about pickle juice. Like, I feel like I would have to season it or something. Like, put a
Got it.
little,
Nope. Got to take it straight
no?
to the head. Just you can do it. Get a shot glass, or get a glass and then just pour a little bit into it. I'm gonna tell you, it's strong, uh, but it's technically healthy.
Well,
So
I use pickle juice to get rid of Charlie horses. So when I'm having a Charlie horse,
what?
guzzle some pickle juice and it'll go away. Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that. Look, you learned something every
I
day.
got you.
Wow.
I put you on. I
Okay.
put you on.
Charlie horses.
Oh
I haven't
man, I
had
feel
one
like
in a
I'm.
long time. It's probably because of
Oh,
pickle juice.
exactly. Yes, because baby, every time my mom has one, she's like, "Ashley, go get the pickle juice." I'm like running to the kitchen. I'm like, come back. She's like, "Okay, we good." And I'm like, "Bet." So
Wow,
maybe I do need to drink more pickle juice. I got to get on with that.
that's wild though.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yep. It does the trick. So, chat, if you didn't learn anything today, pickle juice helps Charlie horses. You're welcome.
We're pro pickle juice stream here.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yep.
Just pass out some pickle juice shots at the Thanksgiving table. Everybody will be grateful. Don't worry.
Right. And Leela, with you being a Black woman in his space, can you tell our community how they can advocate for Black women in the Twitch streaming and gaming space and support us better?
Okay, this I'm gonna keep this as short as possible. First things first. Stand up for Black women. All right,
Oh,
that is like the number one thing in the instance that something is happening. Speak up. If especially if it's in person, it's not on the internet, it's in person, speak up, step in. No, 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 no. This isn't right. Say something, use your voice. But in this space specifically, stand up for us, advocate for us. When you see Black women saying something, get behind them, listen to what they're saying, and amplify their voices. Make sure that whenever you're making a team, you step back and say, "Hey, do we got any Black women that we can get involved in this? Can we bring somebody new into this situation? Can we open
yeah.
a door for somebody who always saw the doors closed?" And this game I'm making, is there representation? Okay, am I making this a safe space for Black women? Do they feel heard? um Give Black women opportunities. All right, especially give Black queers opportunities. um but my biggest thing is just stand up for us. Stand up for us and have our backs. That's one of the biggest things I see a lot of in this streaming space is there'll be something that's happening and Black women be like, hey, no, that's not okay. And everybody's silent. But Black history comes around, or if it looks good for you on paper, that's when you want to be in their faces, or you don't want to pay them for their time, but you'll pay everybody else, or that you can probably trick them into something instead of paying them and doing a right transaction. Those are things that bother me to the core. Pay us,
Oof.
treat us like content creators. Give us opportunities, do things that you do for others, for us. Equality.
Absolutely. Equality, right? Yes, pay us, baby. Pay
Please,
us.
please, we need money.
Especially yeah, especially if we're the
Money.
only one involved. You're basically paying, yeah. Yeah, you're paying for our skin. Just say it. So
Yeah,
you gotta get your money up. Get your money up. But no,
well,
we deserve to be paid just as equal as uh our peers that are white passing, or that aren't colored, so it's important. It's just important. And
very
again, speaking up and standing behind our voice is so impactful and super
so
important.
much.
Don't ask, you can ask questions, but don't be disrespectful. And
Yeah,
if there are questions you ask that you can just look up on Google instead of,
that
using our
one,
time, do
that
that
one,
too.
that one.
Do that too.
Research like you actually care about what it is. That's. If you're asking me to tell you everything, I can tell that you don't care. That's all I'm gonna say. Because if I see
I
something, oh my
want
god, did that happen?
to,
What? What is that? What?
yeah, I want to speak with this one Black lady and get an hour of her time to get all the answers I need.
No.
No, we all have different experiences. And we all have valid experiences at that.
Or
So,
I'm gonna find a Black lady who says what I want her to say, so I feel validated in how much of a jerk I'm being. Yeah.
oh, she's a little too harsh. Maybe I shouldn't talk to her. No, because what we experience is harsh.
Harsh
It's
reality, baby.
harsh reality, babe. Thank you, Leela. And the community, I hope you are listening and hope you take the time to advocate and support Black women in these spaces, femmies, Black creators as a whole, because again, we have to work 3,000 million times harder just to get a piece of what our peers get. So, and speak up if you see a difference between a black creator getting something outside of somebody that doesn't look like us. Okay. Like, oh, they got X amount and they got X amount. Speak up. You have a privilege. Speak up.
Use it. Use it.
Use your privilege.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Lila said it best, baby. She said it best. But yeah, we touched on everything. We
Mhm.
got a deep dive into Lila's story and how she's a breast cancer survivor and still managing it and keep it away. We don't want her back. Stay away. We don't
We
need
not
her.
friends. We
Okay.
not friends.
We're not friends. We're not even
No.
acquaintances. I don't know you. Okay. I don't know you. Never heard of you. But Leila, I admire your story so much and I appreciate everything you do for others and you go above and beyond. But I hope you are taking time for yourself.
I
You
am.
are? Okay.
School is hard, but I am. I
You'll
sleep
find
now.
a balance. Yes, just honestly, if you could find a free planner on a web or a cheap planner and
Yeah.
just print it out or use it digitally, plan out your days, plan out your time, and study on this day. This is a self care day. I'll do homework this day. It makes a huge difference. I
It
just got an
does.
iPad and I downloaded a
Ooh.
planner. I'm like, oh, I got my life in order a little bit, but
Okay,
hey, it
adult.
helps.
Come on, adult.
Not adult.
Try- let me adult a little better. Hold on.
But thank you so much. And again, thank you for being a part of Tiltify community. And we can't wait to see everything else you do in the future. We do have some fun stuff coming to our platform, some new things. So yeah, just stay tuned for the next couple days. I'm
I shall be.
excited.
I'm excited. I'm interested. What's going on?
Me too, boo. Me too. We have some new stuff coming. So we're always improving the best we can to make your experience more easy and smooth and seamless. That's all we care about. So, like, I don't know how our platform can get any more easier, but our devs find a way every time. I'm like, let's go. Thank you. But
Progress.
Leela,
Mhm.
very important question.
Mhm.
All right. I asked our fundraiser yesterday, Zeldin. So I'm gonna ask you today.
Uh-oh.
Do you like
Uh-oh.
root beer?
Yes, I love root beer and cream soda. Why? I'm so scared. Why?
I'm not
All of a
scared.
sudden, root beer just hits me from the ceiling.
Like
Why?
root beer.
Whoosh.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. But okay. You said cream soda too? Oh,
Yeah.
I love you. This is my
Yes.
chef's kiss. Yes.
It's
Okay,
delicious.
okay. All right. Now, do you like olives?
Hmm. Olives are very versatile. They're actually
My
mad healthy
girl.
against cancer too.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I will
they are.
keep that in
Olives are
mind.
amazing. Olives are super amazing.
Okay, do you like green and black olives? Or just
Yes.
black?
My
Okay.
my favorites used to be black as a kid, but now they're the green ones. I don't know why that
Yeah.
tart.
When you get older, your taste buds change.
They do. And I thought that
Yes.
was a joke, but it's like as soon as I hit
No.
30, I was like, what is this?
What is this life? I don't want this life. I want my
Wow.
black olives back.
But I still love black olives, don't get me wrong. I
Right,
just need a
right,
little
right,
bit
right.
more mwah in my life.
Okay, that was the most important questions of the day. So we're good.
I want olives now, like some plain ones just to eat, some spice. It's
Yes.
gonna be on my head all day now. I need
Yes.
olives.
Yes. Thank you, Leila, so much for joining me today. I'm so grateful for this chat. And thank you to chat for tuning in and lurking and all that fun jazz. This was our last stream of the week. It's Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for all of you for every minute of time you give me on this stream and supporting us on socials. And thank you to creators like Leila that go above and beyond and fundraise with us. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful to have you all here and I love you. Thank you
Love
so
you back.
much. No, I love you. Stop. Stop it. But we're gonna go raid in a little bit here. But Leela, do you have any last words to share with our community? And can you tell everybody where they can find you on social media?
So my last words are: try to fundraise. Do it from the heart, and try to do it at least once a year. You giving back or giving to a community that is underfunded, disabled, it it does a lot, and that's kind of what we need to do in this world. Is just give, just give a little more, just help each other out. My name is LilaBoBina on all socials. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm also on TikTok. So definitely check out my YouTube. Check me out on the Facebook. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Leila. Make sure you all go support her and go elevate her voice and her content when you can. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We're going to go give some love to Urban Bohemian. We
Hey,
love, we,
Canadian.
we love Urban Bohemian. Okay.
Good
Brian is
peoples. Real
amazing.
good peoples. Yes.
Good people. Brian is cooking. I don't know what
Oh,
they're
food.
cooking. Oh,
Oh.
sweet potato cheesecake. Oh, I'm in there. Ugh,
Let's
we're going.
go.
Let's go, chat.
I need some
Let's
of
go.
that.
Me
Ooh,
too.
I'm
Me
hungry.
too. There's our raid message chat. And we're going over to Urban Bohemian. Okay. Let's type this in if I could type. There we go. Wonderful. Leela, I love you. Thank you so much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. Thank you,
Appreciate
everybody.
you. Thank you for having me. I hope much success and happiness for you, Ash.
You too. Girl, don't make me cry. I'm gonna get off this call. I'm gonna get off this call. I don't got time for this. Bye, Chad. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'm so thankful for you all. Have a good week.
Bye, chat.
Bye.